guys. I want to say welcome back to Choi and Chandler's Happy Hour. Welcome, Chandler.
Welcome, Joey.
All right, now I think we're ready to go.
All right. So first things first, like you said, Larry. Welcome everyone back. I we talked about after the last couple episodes, we named ourselves the Joey and Chandler. You think you can do it? The Fun Time Super
This
Terrific.
Fun Time Super Terrific Happy Hour.
There we go. But we didn't talk about why it's Joey and Chandler. And
No.
you clearly forgot a couple seconds ago.
I did not forget what it was. I remember the nicknames. I don't remember who was who. Simply because I just remember the whole concept was that we were big into the whole Friends, Seinfeld stuff back in high school.
Yeah, Friends and Seinfeld, and I think I was obviously the more sarcastic one. So that's why
that never changed though.
Yeah, it never changed. So that's why it was more me. We just kind of mixed it up. There's a term for it. I forget what it's called when you kind of flip the sounds, but
I don't know.
Yeah, it's not important.
I'm not an English teacher, nor am I certified to do the English, at least not the high school
Oh
level.
yeah.
But yeah, just so we felt like we both kind of had like a little bit of those Joey Chandler characteristics, but not enough to become you're one, I'm the other completely. So we just kind of mixed it up.
Oh yeah.
But that was again 27 years ago.
Was 95? So yeah, what is that?
Yeah. Long time ago to remember which made up name I was, sir.
Well, I always remembered it, so take that. But you know what else we didn't talk about is you're a doctor.
I am.
Dr. Joey Tribbiani, right?
Oh, hey, that even works even better. Look at that. Works even better because he was a fake
Dr. Drake
Ramori. Fake doctor. Doctor of education. So nobody get their feelings hurt. Doctor of education's out there. We're not fake doctors, just a different kind of doctor. Which I have to explain at least once a week to kids at school that I'm a doctor, but not a medical doctor. So if you're dying, I'm not going to be able to help you. I will be able to help you learn a little bit on your way to the next life, though. So
I was thinking when I was like, hey, we need to bring this up that you're a doctor. So let's say you go out to a restaurant with your family, like like Chili's or Outback or whatever, right?
Yeah.
If someone at a table down the road starts like clutching his chest, and then the waiter yells out, "Is anyone here a doctor?" Do you raise your hand?
I'm gonna probably wave that one off.
You're gonna like, I got it.
That one go.
I got this.
Hopefully, my kids aren't like, Dad is.
Yeah.
Then I'll have to explain that the whole thing. Doctor of education. There's different levels. So, fun tidbit out there for anybody in listening land. Doctor just simply comes from the level of degree in which it is. So you have your bachelor's, your master's, and your doctorate. You can get a doctorate in just about any kind of thing.
What is your doctorate? Is it like strictly
education?
So like that's the curriculum stuff, or what?
You can get like doctorates that focus more on education. My focus was in global leadership. Was the one that I went through. So there's a doctorate there. You can get a PhD with the doctorate of education.
Yeah.
Or you can actually get like an EDD, which is mine is the doctorate of education.
Oh.
So mine is more practical and implementation, whereas the other one's more philosophical.
Really?
And so I felt like I like to be more hands-on and everything else like that. So.
We already talked about how our name, I think we joked about it too on the phone. By the way, there's every time you call now, there's part of me is like, I don't know if I want to answer this phone because I feel like we waste good material. Like just joking on the phone. And then I'm like, nah, I can't bring it up. Because
you can always bring it up.
But that we just lose that spontaneous, laugh, But when it takes, like I said, I think we both talked about it, is we added to our title, right? The Fun Time Super Terrific Happy Hour. But there's a part of me is like, maybe we should add a word like every episode. Make it like this 20 long.
50 episodes, all of a sudden it's like, welcome to the...
And you like pause and you're like, that's all. That's all the time we have for the show, guys. We'll see you next time.
There's too many commas. They're like, fix your name.
Yeah. And then...
the stuff when we talk on the phone, I laughed really hard at work the other day to where they had to check on me because I was in my office when you sent the text about the kid.
Oh yeah,
and the reconnected, naming himself on the Zoom call as reconnecting. I was like, that's totally awesome. I'm gonna try and use that next time I have to do like a Zoom call workshop.
I bet that's probably some smart high school kid. There's no way. There's no way my second grader would figure that out. Maybe fifth grade, middle school, but
that was pretty good because even with the dots, the reconnecting dot. I loved it.
They'd be like,
I just started laughing and somebody come, are you okay? It's a funny deal. Go work.
Yeah. All right. So we discussed why we're Joey and Chandler. Another thing I've realized. Well, first let me get to this point. I remember laughing at you last time we did this because I thought you're like, oh, it's so awesome. We're online. Yeah, we're on Spotify. We're on this, right? Yeah, you were geeking out, and then I started doing it when I listened to it on the drive home, right? And then I think that whole week after, I was listening to episode 1 a lot.
Yeah.
Like I did it when I was like on my bike or just anytime I had like 30, 40 minutes. Like, let me just listen to it. And then I started listening to episode 2. And most of the reason I did it was to kind of critique myself, just see how it was going.
Mm.
But I told you, I think I listened to it so much, it made us popular. Like our little popularity bar kind of was going up on the Apple.
We're hitting a lot of views. Hopefully, it's other people watching it, listen to it. But we haven't really promoted it yet. So
I got one coworker that she listened to it, and I got a buddy in Hawaii. He tried to listen to it. He needs to listen to it like on his earbuds or something.
Oh, I got you.
I don't think it was as loud the first couple. But anyway, so here's some observations, right? And it's mostly for me, right? First thing, I need to talk louder. And that's why we got 2 mics now.
2 mics. We're moving on. We are on the road to success and fame right now. 2 mics, everybody.
2 mics. But I also noticed, and I don't see it here there it is. It's like I don't see it in my notes. I want to make sure I cross it off so I don't get confused. When I listen to it, you have what I would call admin voice, and I have like this laid back. Like you sound like you're sitting up at attention, this perfect posture, and you're very like. You very care about your word choice, And I was like, man, you sound serious. And I was like, people don't know this guy. Like, you're a funny guy, but you sound so serious, like on the podcast.
I think the fancy term is code switching, and they have a couple of terms for the same thing, but you switch depending upon what setting you're in, where you're at. Like, so that you're hanging out with you. Our conversations more often than not are way different than anything I'm going to say in front of a teacher that I have at school or a coworker. Even with my assistant principal, and we're supposed to be like lockstep and key, like on a percentage scale, 2% of what like me I would feel comfortable talking to you about.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of stuff we try not to just throw out there.
Well, yeah, but it's just one of those things that purposeful and intentional or something that I try to be at work just to make sure like I present one thing, and it's not to be like all uptight, but as much as I would love to let loose and let everybody, I think that this is why I was really excited about that I came up with the idea for the podcast in the first place.
It was all your idea. It was a great idea.
Sit there and roll out and kind of sit there and say, we have that back and forth. We have that level of comfort between me and you. You have one perspective, I have another perspective. So even when we have these situations, we don't see the same thing
in the same way.
Hardly, yeah. So you have a different point of view than I do, and we can kind of roll that out, and we can have those counterpoints that we can also have fun with, because you and I know each other so long. Like we're pretty much like on the same level as far as understanding and seeing the things that are funny in certain things. So.
Yeah, we laugh at things that most people are like, "What's wrong with y'all?"
Yeah, so like sometimes when you send me text messages like the other day, like I'll be in the middle of something and I look at them like, okay, anyway, and I gotta gather my thoughts because like somebody's like, I'm in the middle of like, hey, we're not doing this the right way. We got to make sure we're monitoring this. We got to switch that, do this and this and this and this. And the text comes through and I read it. On my
Start laughing.
I get like a big face. I get like a smile on my face. And they look at me and I'm like, don't worry, it's my friend. I almost feel like I have to like preface it every time with, I've known him since high school, so it's been a while. Don't worry about it. Get back to where we're at.
No, but another thing that like that I noticed when I listened to us, right? Like I said, you sound more serious, more professional. I sound like I'm like lounging in some beanbag chair wearing flip flops or whatever. I'm just like, dude. It's crazy, man. Just crazy.
I got Jimmy Buffett over here with it here.
That's because I got longer hair. Just because I have hair.
Yeah. I always think about it, and I never looked up the name, but I feel that's why I try to sit there and not be as serious with the kids, and at least be like more calm with the children, even when I'm trying to redirect kids at school, because I don't want to be the bald dude from Back to the Future. Like, if I yell, like I'm going to Google his name.
Yeah, I meant to look up his name so we were prepared for that, but
I feel like that's my guy. Like I'm like, don't be that guy. Don't be that guy from Back to the Future. And all of a sudden they're going to sit there and Mr. Strickland.
I knew it was with an S, but you said an S last time, didn't you?
I think so.
Yeah, when we were doing our movies, you were kind of close.
But yeah, he's a Strickland. I don't want to be Mr. Strickland.
The strict guy.
That's why they picked the name.
Probably. That makes sense now. We should call up Robert Zemeckis and just be like, "Hey, dude, why was this guy's name this way?
You go back and you're like, I get it.
Hey, we've cut
Bruce
already.
Willis was dead the whole time.
You go back and tell everyone all the plots to movies.
Sorry, that's a spoiler. Don't watch.
If you haven't
watch a
seen
certain ghost
if you haven't
movie.
seen Sixth Sense by now, it came out like 20 years ago.
Spoiler.
I don't know what to tell you. Speaking, we kind of been talking about this pop culture references, right?
Yeah.
And so, like, you were saying, like, we'll send each other text messages. Like, sometimes we just send each other like lines of a movie, and seeing if the other person can like quote it back. And I think we always both laugh when we do it. A few years ago, we called it vice principal. Then now I think now they're all APs. They're all assistant principals, right?
It just, as much as I would love to tell you one way or another,
it's all about the district.
It's all about the district.
So, but anyway, so for us, they're all APs now.
Yeah.
But the guy that we have a new one at this point. But about 4 years ago, we had a staff meeting, and it was something about one of our textbooks, and he was like, you know what, teachers, you can go ahead and just tear that up, right? And it was consumables, right? So he's like, you can just tear it up, throw it away. It's like hardback.
Bad call there, guys.
But when he said that, my first thought was Dead Poet Society, right?
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, I really wanted to stand on the table in the cafeteria and yell out, "Captain, my captain!" But I figured people would be like, "What the hell are you doing?" Like, because there's so many people, like, there's so many teachers that are like 10, 15, 20 years younger than me, that they'd be like, "What are you talking about?" So I didn't do it. I just thought it was like I said, it came in my mind. And there's so many times stuff happens at school, and I want to just talk about like a movie, but I don't think everyone gets it like I do.
No, and so this is just to kind of get a peek into the mind of our level of immaturity sometimes. And I know you're probably gonna laugh because I didn't tell you about this the other day, I don't believe. But we're in a meeting, and they were talking about texts that we should probably give to the textbooks, like different books, like to build a repertoire of, like, new teachers.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's a book. And it was real simple. It's a real quick read, and it was about 100-something pages, divided up into about 10 sections. It's 150 pages. I don't know. But essentially, it was like each chapter was just like something small you could kind of do to kind of introduce into your staff. Well, to your staff, things that they can kind of implement in their practice. Like one was like, hey, perhaps to get a social media page going and stuff like that. Put your phone, like, so everybody's got smartphones. Put your work on email on your phone, so on the go you can check emails. Sometimes, and all these things that I'm like.
They put that in a book. I did that years ago.
Yeah, it was like earth shattering. I guess the book was like 5 years old or something like that right now. And I'm kind of like,
you're like, how did you not know that?
Yeah. So there's a lot of stuff that I was like, this is all basic. Like, you're not telling me anything that I don't already know. But somebody made the comment. They were like, I just imagine this. We give this to the teachers, and it can be right next to their Harry Wong. Exactly. And that's what I did in the meeting. I just kind of laughed. And I realized Harry Wong's first days of school. I get it. But it was just like, I was like, I can't keep my face straight right now. And so I kind of just busted out a little bit, laughed. Everybody looked at me with this like look of it. And it was the first time.
Were you the only one laughing?
Yeah. It was the first time in a long time that I've been looked at like a mature child. I was like,
this reminds me of Austin Powers. You ever heard like where they had the flying thing? Like, hey, you guys, 2 balls. That's got 2 giant balls, and it's like, wing.
So I was like, I just started kind of laughing real quick at that. I think of myself. I was like, I'm sorry. I was like a little bit immature. My bad. And then nobody knew what I was laughing at. And I
did you have to explain it later?
I explained it to my assistant principal later. I was like, and she understood, but I was just like, just the way it was. I imagine it sitting there on the shelf next to your Harry Wong, and I was like,
that's like it's like when me and Start busted out laughing in biology class over some scientific word that we just sounded dirty to us, like, my cock.
Yeah.
And so we're just like freaking out, and then when we were doing, another thing I forgot to point out when I was listening to our first few episodes on the podcast, obviously it's allergies and stuff related.
Yeah.
But you know how we joked about people thought we smoked weed all the time in high school?
Yes.
If you listen to the podcast, most of the time you're sniffing and I'm coughing. So it's people got
that right now. You pointed that out last time, and I've kind of noticed it.
It's like people got to be thinking like, what are they doing? Like we have like some bong here, which we don't
at all.
Yeah, but it just sounds funny. It's like
marijuana based or alcohol based. So yeah, no, I was noticing I was still got my sniffles a little bit, and you coughed.
Dude, man, I've had this little cough thing for like 2-3 years, man.
When I don't know, not a science lesson time, but I think like somebody says like South Texas is horrible with allergies.
Yeah, with the
So
molds and
I'm like,
whatever.
I kind of want to move just so I don't have to deal with it.
I do know, like when I used to live in Illinois, it's crazy dry up there in the wintertime, and
Yeah.
I'd get nosebleeds, which aren't fun. I remember like the first time I got a nosebleed, I was trying to teach, like I was student teaching, and my kids like freaking out. I'm holding my nose, right, and I was still trying to keep going. And there's blood everywhere.
Ignore the blood.
I was like, yeah.
Ignore the blood.
They're like, Mister. I'm like, oh, don't worry about it. I got it.
I'm fine.
And then my cooperation teacher, she's like, hey, I'll take over for the next 5-10 minutes. Go fix. I was gonna keep teaching.
You get all that shit and fall over. He's
Like-
really dedicated to the lesson.
Like that night from the Holy Grail and Monty Python.
Yeah.
Loses his arms and legs. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep fighting.
I'm fine.
But no, anyway, up there, I didn't get allergies like the nosebleeds I got, but I didn't get allergies. Like you don't get the watery eyes and the nose and like that stuff. So like it was a hit and miss. The give and take no matter where you are. There's always something. There's always not something or whatever. All right, so we kind of been joking around and stuff. Did I tell you about this? I got our new installed a new app just so we can mess around because we've been trying to.
Effects?
No, I haven't got the sound effects yet, but I got this. Remember, so that way I can just keep saying,
Mother.
yeah, all the time. And you were ever, and I wanted to be like, you watch Old School, right?
Yes.
Remember, he's like, just say earmuffs, and he's like earmuffs, and then Frank's like, you remember that?
Yeah.
I thought it was funny.
I use that sometimes too because whenever somebody's whatever with the kids and they're saying something, I'm like, calm down, it's not a celebration. Because they'll just sit there and say stuff that I'm like, it's inappropriate in public. Don't say that. Don't say it in front of your mom.
Just trying to prove a point, right? You have to keep doing it, Frank. So anyway, so now that we kind of got a little joke stuff out of the way, the first thing I really wanted to talk about on here, and then let you, if there's anything you want to bring up. How's your week been, man? How's school been going on? Because last time I talked, school hadn't started for me yet.
Oh yeah, you started. I would love to say we're settle into the groove and stuff, but I don't know how you feel, man. But we just came off of Labor Day. It seems like anytime there's a 4-day week.
This week seemed long, didn't it?
It's never a holiday. Like you have that day off, but it just like the work exists, even though you're not supposed to do work on that day. Like the work just somehow school week, got to get 5 days worth of work in. It don't matter if it's 5 days, 4 days, 3 days. Just it packs in, man. So like,
yeah, this 4-day week seemed crazy.
Yeah, I'm sitting there on Wednesday and I'm like, okay, tomorrow we're doing this and this for the whatever pep rally, and they're like, no, that's on Friday. And I'm like, yeah, tomorrow. And they're like, no, tomorrow's Thursday. I'm like, today's like one of those like where you almost want to cry. Today's only Wednesday, and your voice cracks. I'm like, oh god.
You really want to cry? We don't get another holiday until Thanksgiving.
You don't. I got one coming up.
Oh,
Indigenous Columbus Day or whatever.
Indigenous
Columbus Recreational Park Day. So whatever. So that way nobody gets offended.
So they and I. This tells you how good I pay attention to the calendar because teachers had to tell me about it. They did away with Columbus Day for us, and they're doing Election Day or whatever, which makes sense. Like so,
November.
Yeah, November 10th. So because we're like a polling station, they actually, well, the kids aren't going to be there. I would think we're still going to be there because they really don't let us teachers go home. But this is something that I've been saying for years. When I used to live up in Illinois, they would do it all the time. Because you're out of school, you don't want people from outside the school to be able to kind of interact with them. I mean, they shouldn't, but like it's a safety thing. So
true.
So the kids, that'll be their next day off. But yeah, my next day off is whatever, the end of November, when the World Cup starts. So I'll be happy for that.
Yeah, I'm excited about that stuff.
I'll be happy about that.
I told my AP that I might be hiding out a little bit.
Well, I told one of my.
Depending upon when those games are.
Well, that first week, so when England plays USA is Black Friday, so we're off.
Oh, that's good.
But I know that I told some of my teachers in second grade, I was like, hey, don't be surprised if I take some days off in like December. And they're like, whatever, because I don't really miss. I don't know what's going on out there. It does sound kind of it takes me off track, but now that we're on location this time compared to where we were last time. Remember how I wanted you last time we did it because you kept worrying about your dogs barking.
Yeah.
I thought it'd be funny if you just heard sounds and you start yelling, "Shut up!" Like nothing's going on, man.
Just losing my mind. Who's he yelling at? Just let it go.
So yeah, school started for me, right?
Is that going well?
Yeah, I mean it's going pretty good. I think we've talked to both sports guys. I think of school as like a season. It's like sports, right? It's a new season, right? Summer's the off season. We move on. So and in the summer, just like in professional sports, is the only time that the off season is the only time that you're healthy, like you're 100%, right? So you reset unless people do summer school, but you kind of get back in it. You don't talk to a whole group, so your voice kind of comes normal. So now that I'm back talking to a class, I have what I'm starting to call teacher voice because you have to project your voice.
Yeah.
Like if you haven't been doing it for a while, your vocal cords just aren't ready. And I have to constantly remind myself, being the new season, new group of kids, there's a lot of rules in place that they don't know yet. Like we're still building, and it's like the first day in the first week of school, you go over like procedures, but every day almost there's like something hits my brain. I'm like, oh, we haven't talked about this yet. We need to talk about it now, so that y'all understand this is how we handle this situation, or this is how we handle this situation. Oops, I wasn't cussing there.
My bad.
But I will say, like, so this year compared to my last year's group, this year mixes a lot better. I had some personality problems last year.
Oh, yeah.
So this year I don't have to deal with that, at least so far. So I'm happy about that. But I will say, and then again, I'm a teacher, you're in the admin.
Yeah.
But I think lower kids, I don't know if it's probably the same in high school, who knows, but man, I repeat myself so much. Like I will sit there and tell the directions, okay, boys and girls, you're gonna do problems 1, 2, and 3. Put your name on. Well, let's say put your name on it first. I'll hold it up. What's the first thing you do? And they repeat it back. Put your name on it. Second thing, we do questions 1, 2, 3. Like, what's the second thing? And they'll repeat it back. And then the third thing, you turn it in, right? And then I'll say, can somebody repeat what I just said, right? And so a kid will raise their hand, and he or she will say everything I just said. And then I'll be like, does anyone have any questions? No one raises their hands. And then they're like, all right, let's go to it. I'm going to start pulling small groups or whatever, right? And then this one kid will raise their hand and be like, what do I do? And I'm like, are you kidding me? It's like, I just said that. We just went over it I just had the kids repeat it. I was like, are you? And I'm just like, oh my gosh, we need to find someone to help you out. Cause I was like, dude, I just talked about that.
Dude, I tell you what, though, the most frustrating time I ever had teaching was when I was a PE teacher as an elementary PE teacher. Because the kindergartners, the pre-kinders, sometimes the first graders, were the worst. Because you sit there and you talk, and you get this lesson. We got 45 minutes of PE time, right?
Yeah.
So we roll in, we do our little run around, get a little bit of energy going, blood flowing, do stretches, line up. All right, we're going to do this and this and this and this and this. Everybody got it? Yeah, cool. Remember this. We got it? Yeah, cool. Any questions? And I just got to where I realized I can't ask them that because all of a sudden they get a hand up. And it was one of 3 things. Never had to do with the activity. It was, can I go to the restroom? Can I get water? Or I like some sort of article. I like your shoes. I like your shirt. Which was nice. Like, bucket filler stuff. Thank you for giving me a compliment. But, dude, the kiss of death was like the water or the restroom. Because as soon as one asked for water or restroom, 20 other hands shoot up. Well, like, nobody's getting water. Nobody's going to the restroom.
That's like kindergarten cop. There is no bathroom.
Pretty much, because it's like one of those, like, no, you can't. Because as soon as you do that, and like all of a sudden everybody, oh, I want water. I want to go to the restroom. All right, cool. Let's play the game. The 5 kids that want that, and the rest of them are like looking at you like they don't remember what we're doing. And I'm like, I just 5 minutes right now. Now we're closing in on 10 minutes. I've been giving you instructions. We're not even gonna I remember the first PE class I taught those little kids.
Yeah.
We hardly played the game.
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out how the way to get them to get it right, and they just didn't do it.
You're like, watch me. Watch me.
30, I got 50 kids, and 30 of them were lined up at the restroom in the water line.
Was it just you in there? You didn't have an aide or anything?
No,
okay. No, you reminded me also with these younger kids because I did 5th grade for a year, and I taught 3rd grade for 3 years. And well, technically, when I was in Illinois, I subbed kinder through 8, so I've been all around. But with these 2nd grade kids, I have to explain. I have to explain it to them. I'm gonna cut that out, by the way. I have to explain to them there's a difference between like, okay, you don't have to go to the bathroom and then it's emergency, right?
Yeah.
But there's this in between when you kind of feel you got to go. Cause like these young kids, they'll go from like not having to go at all to like, it's like they're dancing and they're holding, they're like, they're crossing their legs and like, I got to go. And I'm like, well, I just let little Johnny go. I can't let you go. Cause I tried to let one boy, one girl at a time, but they're like all over the place. I'm like, I wanted to, make a mess on the floor. And I was like, all right. But no, another thing, and then I'll turn it back over to you. When you're talking about the questions they have, I'll be like, does anyone have a question? And someone will raise their hand and be like, it's my brother's birthday this weekend. And I'm like, all right, why don't you piss off, Johnny? I was like, I don't even know that. That's not a question.
I got to where that's a statement.
Yeah.
When you pay attention to English class a little bit, ELAR, I'm going to talk to your ELAR teacher when they pick you up. Questions versus statements. Like questions, and I'm like teaching like academic stuff as opposed to PE stuff. Questions are when you want to know something, you're not sure the answer. When you're telling me something, that's a statement. It's not a question. So does anybody quite like you don't know what's going on? What are we playing? Yeah. Oh Jesus! It's like
never a dull moment though.
Oh, the first week of being a PE teacher was just I found myself like walking, like turn around and walk to the other side of the gym, like don't cuss in front of the kids. You're gonna get fired.
I do that a lot now, where I kind of like I put my hand like kind of by my head, and I kind of put down. There's deep breaths. There's times I go stand by the door and I just breathe out into the hallway because I'm like, man, calm down. But I honestly am so calm up until lunch. Like, because lunch is about a halfway point.
Yeah.
Like, there's so much I can let go before lunch. But after lunch, it's like that, the straw that broke the camel's back type. It's like, are you serious? Stop. Like, and I've done that before, kind of like I joked about kindergarten cop. Excuse me. When we do writing, I tell them it's writing time. It's not talking time. I'm like, you're not going anywhere. There's no water. There's no bathroom. No, we're writing because these kids need writing practice. Yeah. It's like I can't have them wasting time, instead of doing that. All right. Is there anything you want to add before we go to a quick break?
No, I think we're good. We can roll to a break and then come back and have ourselves wrap up the episode with some fun PSAs.
And whatever I got planned.
Yeah.
All right, man. Here we go.
All right, guys. Welcome back from the break. So, what's really we're trying to do like a weekly thing.
A little segment for you.
A little segment called "What's Chappin'?"
Oh, I didn't have my beat button ready.
Oh,
okay. You gotta give me a second. I wasn't ready. No. Ask me later. All right, now go.
What's Chappin' Choi's? And so essentially, this is a part where like it's just something that happens around school that really kind of just irks me a little bit. And I'm sure everybody's gonna know what I'm talking about. Is when you have meetings about a meeting that's coming up. Like we don't need to prep for some other meeting. Like I get when you need to prep for the meeting itself, so you get whatever materials you need to gather up and kind of roll in. But I've had meetings, especially once I become an administrator. We have a meeting about when we're going to have another meeting, and so I'm like, we're preparing. I'm having to prepare for one thing that's preparing for the other thing. Why don't I just use the whole time to prepare for the actual real meeting that's happened? Like I don't need to prep for. I don't know. I had a meeting the other day to get ready because I'm like, all right, we got to have a meeting for this. And we're going to have this meeting. We're going to have that meeting. And so what am I going to discuss at this meeting? What am I going to discuss at that meeting? So we're having meetings about meetings. And it's like, I look at my calendar and like the little Google Insight thing or whatever it is, the Google Analytics bar tells me that I've spent 20 hours of my month in meetings. And I wanted to just stab myself in the eyeball.
Yeah. First, a couple things. I used to joke because we do planning days every now and then. Like we have extended planning time. We have a 6-day rotation, so we just happen to have ours yesterday. But I used to joke. I was like, we need to have a planning day to plan what we're going to plan. And people were like, "What are you talking about?" I was like, "I'm just messing around." I was like, "But that's what it feels like." You're like, "I need to plan what I'm supposed to do," and it's just like, "What the?"
Yeah, and so like I get it. Like you have teacher work days where you're working because you're working for the moment, but it's almost like when you look at sports, like you're practicing what you're going to do in practice, but you're not even really practicing the skill. You're just practicing how you would talk about the skill in practice. And it's I don't know. It's just different from rehearsals. I get rehearsals, but it's just insane.
When you first brought up the idea, when you told me about like the meetings were bothering you. I was like, dude, you set the meetings. I was like, how you mad? You're like, well, I got all these meetings. I was like, you're the administrator, you're in charge. And I was like, and so I imagine in my head, you're like, who set this staff meeting? And they're like, you did. And you're like, oh, never mind. But you're talking about the meetings that your people over you set for you, right?
But okay, so that you pop something in my brain right now. Nothing makes me more mad than having to do staff meetings, simply because I will talk about something. And like whatever, I've got in the habit. So I got my presentation. So I got my PowerPoints, Google Slides, whatever program you want to call it. And so I put it on. I run through my stuff. And so that's my agenda. Like it's on there. It's that at the end of that thing, I share that presentation out as like a PDF to all my staff people.
Right.
And it seems like it, let me run you through the scenario. Like you said earlier, like you talk to the kitchen. All right, guys, we're doing this. We're doing this. We're doing this. Everybody got it? Yeah, good. We got questions? No. Remember, it's this, this, and this. And then you get irritated when a kid's like, what are we doing? I get teachers and staff members who don't ask questions. Everybody got it? Yeah, we're good. And everybody nods. And then like a week later, hey, what am I supposed to do for this? And I'm like, you're the same person that's sending kids up because they're not paying attention in your class. And I'm teaching, and I try to be like I say, purposeful and intentional.
Yeah.
So I try to present stuff to teachers so they can see an effective way to provide instruction. I'm moving around the area where I'm at when we're talking. I'm doing this. I'm not standing at the front of the group the entire time I'm walking. I'm trying to I'm giving them life examples. So I'm like, so take for instance, Mr. So-and-so, Mr. So-and-so. They do this. I had a conversation with so the other day, trying to tie in real life connections. And then I get the same feedback from some of these teachers that they get from their kids, but they want me to punish the kid that doesn't pay attention. And I want to be like, then I should be punishing you too.
Well, teacher, like if you take a typical classroom, right? You probably got about, I don't know, 4 or 5 hardworking kids in the classroom.
Yeah.
Like that are really like they're there, right? They're on point. You got there's always like 4 or so that are like totally out of it. And I feel like everybody else is kind of like in between.
Yeah.
Like, but those top 5 I was talking about, those are like the hard charges, right?
Yeah.
Teachers are like that too. Like you got people that they'll go all out. And you got people that are like not listening at all, not really caring. And then there's most people are probably kind of like in that middle zone where they're like, and see, they're like, I don't know, like what I was going to ask you, how I always interpret staff meetings should be, what do we need to know? Like, is there schedules coming up? Are there procedures we need to do? Right.
Yeah.
Our staff meetings, a lot of times, us looking at data and that's like, this is PD. This is professional development. This is not a staff meeting.
Well, I mean,
we're supposed to we do staff meetings. We're supposed to do it once every month. Dude, we have a staff meeting like almost every week. And it's like, dude, we could do this in an email. Sure. You know, we could do this. We have, like, we don't need to be saying because another thing I was telling, like, I was more calmer in the morning. I don't know what it is, but after lunch, it's like the whole body just realizes, dude, like I'm tired. Like I've been up the whole day. I've been walking around the whole day. Like I'm exhausted. And then to do a staff meeting on a Monday at like 3:30, and you're like,
oh. We always did ours like Thursday.
We'll see. We have Mondays are our staff meetings normally. Tuesdays are PLC days, our planning learning community.
Yeah.
So that's every Tuesday. And when we start doing tutoring, it's Wednesdays, Thursdays. So I'm like, dude, there's a lot of times the only time I can leave early is a Friday. And you know what teachers do on Fridays?
So, go home and pray, right?
Yeah. So, well, that, or
go home and grade papers.
Yeah. Not on a Friday.
Enjoy a little happy hour. And make sure it's a fun, terrific, super happy hour.
Yeah, it needs to be. We didn't do happy hour yesterday. We actually went dancing like late night. So I got to go home and work out and then go.
Kevin Bacon dancing?
Yeah, Footloose. They actually played Footloose.
Did they really?
Yeah, it was Country Bar, man.
Sweet. Was it the Blake Shelton version?
Yeah, it was the one from was it the remake of the movie?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you ever see that movie?
The remake?
Yeah.
Most of it.
I didn't see it, so I have no idea.
It was all right. It was just kind of one of those. I don't know. I mean, I guess with the remake, it's supposed to be like along the same lines of the story.
Yeah, I mean, it's slightly different or here and there.
You know what irritates me?
What?
But then we'll move on to the next little bit. I can't stand prequels. Like they come out.
You don't like prequels?
So like Amazon's got the Rings of Power.
You're not watching that?
I mean, I try to watch it, but I'm like, I already know what's gonna happen. Like, because you already know. Like, so if you
I see what you mean. Because I like prequels, but I understand what you're saying.
As the prequel, like, should happen before, like, so that way I don't know.
So that's what you're not watching the House of Dragons prequel stuff, are you?
No, because I'm like, I already know how it's gonna end. Like,
Well, you know how it's gonna end, but you don't know all the stuff that leads up to it, man.
Yeah, but I don't really. I mean, it's like when they tell you when you were a kid, don't read the end of the book, read the whole book. Like, you cheat and you read it. Oh, I know. Oh, so and so's gonna win at the end. So like, you don't. So when you see something happen, that's all, oh my god, are they gonna live? They're gonna. Well, of course they're gonna live. They're in 4 movies from now. That's how they got the scar, though.
Yeah.
Anyways, that was just one thing popped in my head right now.
You. Anyway, now we got your name for your segment. I need one for me, but like I'm just gonna right now. It's just kind of like Chandler's fun time joke hour or something. You know, I just like some joke corner.
Like jamming with Chandler.
Yeah, jamming with Chandler could work.
With Jan.
Joking with Jan.
There we go.
Mrs. Janandler Bong.
Mrs. Janandler.
So that reminds me. So like I'm one of the few male teachers, right, at my school.
Yeah.
And because in elementary you don't get a lot of male. If you get males, a lot of times it's PE and stuff like that. These kids will call me Miss all the time, and I'm just like,
I get
no.
My teachers, which bothers me, because I work in the district, so they know who I am. Oh, sorry.
Cut that out too.
And then we went to Painting with a Twist, me and my wife, a couple of times, and so she was just like, "Put your email on there," and I guess mostly just females sign up for those
Painting with a Twist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I get like, "Hey, girls' night out, make sure you sign up." And I'm like, "I'm not a girl. I'm not a girl."
I wish you'd have.
42 years old. I'm not a girl.
I'm going to come back to that story on our next episode because I have some stuff for you there.
All
right. Yeah, we'll figure out a name. I do like, was it Jamming with Chandler? Like, it sounds pretty cool. Jamming or Joking with Chandler sounds pretty cool. All right, so when COVID hit, right, that summer, I found this thing. There's some teacher slang words, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read the word, and I'm going to give you a chance to see if you can figure out what the word means.
Okay.
And then I'll use it in a sentence and see if that kind of helps, right? So these are some like teacher slang words.
Country of origin is always going to be like here, though.
Say what?
So country of origin, if you have to give me like a.
Yeah, I'm not. No, that's not what I'm doing, dude. It's English.
Can you give me country of origin? Me.
Crayola.
That's
what
like
do you think? Yeah, it's a teacher slang word. What do you think Crayola means?
Cranberry Coke mix.
No. So like, here's some. I guess some other examples of Crayola. You could say cray cray.
So crazy.
So my class was Crayola today.
So it's definitely an elementary.
I almost lost my shiitake mushrooms. I want to say. All right, Shabe.
Shabe.
And this ties into your last topic. Shabe. SHBAE. Shabe.
I don't know. It almost sounds like it should be like a congratulatory word. Shabe.
Ring. Okay, that staff meeting was totally shabe. That doesn't really help you. That's not a good clue there, but that's how they're using this. Very close. It's an acronym, right? Yeah. Should have been an email.
Oh.
Right? Shabe. Oh. Instead of having those staff meetings, it's shabe. This isn't something you have to worry about. Gray? No, I didn't make these up. Yeah. Well, I did this years ago. Like I have like no time. I have all this free time in the world to start making up words.
You just making up your own language. Did I offend you with like the Middle Earth Rings of Power thing where you're like, I have my own language too?
Gray. Not something admin has to do. Some teachers do.
I was like, get old is what that sounds like.
Like all weekend long, I gray. Grading papers. Spending all night or all weekend grading papers, which is never fun. People think us teachers, like, oh, it's 3:30, our day's over. No, it's not. It's weekend time. No, it's not. Give them all hundreds.
No parents complain when their kids get in.
Until they do bad on like our math tests or benchmarks or whatever.
Who grades those? Sure. Who grades
those? That goes to the computers, man.
Oh, okay.
Extra credit. This describes a person. Just say that person is extra credit.
I would say probably just like over the board obnoxious.
Hey, very close. Yeah. Over the top, excessive. So like Karen was being so extra credit during the staff meeting with all those useless questions. Remember we used to call that girl? No, remember that girl in college? We talked about college last time. We're like question girl, right? Because she always had questions, right?
Yeah. What class was that? Was that?
That was the one we talked about. Our first class at 8 a.m. on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and that girl
was trying to get out.
Yeah, and she'd be like asking tons of questions, and we're
Yeah,
like,
but
oh my
usually-
gosh.
But it made him feel good. Like I could tell, like our professor was like excited that somebody was actually paying attention.
Yeah, unlike well, I mean, clearly wasn't getting that from us too.
No,
He's a cool dude, but I mean, like we were just there.
Iggy, right? 'Cause
Yeah, we
call
called him Iggy.
Ignacio or something.
Yeah, we'll
He's probably like,
you know, getting Iggy with it.
Yeah.
When that Will Smith song out.
He probably was like, I hate these two. I hope they drop out.
Fresh Prince.
I wouldn't even know.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to. This is code. It's a code word for the principal is coming. So if you say, so there's a Fresh Prince rerun in the staff lounge, so you know where's the principal at?
Oh,
Staff lounge. Yeah, it's just this code for the principal.
Are you sending these through like text messages?
No, dude, I found these
Oh.
like I found these like I said about 2 or 3 years ago, and then I made an animated video of me explaining it what they are, and I put it on like this teacher meme webpage. So, but like I somebody, bored teachers, whoever did that.
That's what I'm like, yeah. Like some of these, I'm like, loser.
So I kind of gave you this. I don't know if you glanced at it. Elmered.
Be stuck in something.
Yeah.
Because of the glue.
So like you're Elmered in traffic. You're late. You've been having people late to traffic. Well, you live pretty close. You should.
I live pretty close.
You shouldn't be late.
Roll in about 30, 40 minutes.
I'm there. I opened the school basically.
Yeah.
It's like me and the custodian. Let's go. Let's start this day.
Nerd alert.
Yeah. Love that movie, man. It's another thing you wouldn't have to deal with as an administrator. USO.
Unsolved poop stain. Poop object. Student object.
There's no P in there. Where are you getting this at?
Well, because instead of like the actual word, so I don't have to bleep it out. Poop object.
Oh, okay. You didn't tell me to get the bleep button ready. Unidentified sticky objects.
Oh.
So what do you think the sticky would be? So like
Well,
there's nothing
on the
worse.
kid's diet.
There's nothing worse than finding a USO when I'm grading papers.
Oh, it's like a booger.
Yeah,
Could be poop.
could be poop. All right, I got 3 more, man.
Poop or chocolate?
3 more. Now this one, hopefully no one's saying right now because I'm 3 weeks in. You're what, 5 weeks in. You say?
Yeah.
Sway. It's another acronym. SWAY. Sway. Now, people could say this when it's a tough day. Sway.
Should have went away, y'all. Should studied with a yoke.
Nah.
Should have went
Not
and
even.
yodeled.
Not even close. Summer, where are you? Hey, dude, what's the top 3 reasons to become a teacher?
Spring break, Christmas break, and summer break.
June, July, August.
Yeah. Which sucks now because you don't even get those.
Yeah, well, you get what, like half of August?
Yeah, half of August, and they couldn't put you in.
Actually, you don't get half of August. You get like a week of August, and then you start back into it. And then you guys get out before Memorial Day. We have to go
This
like a
year.
week in June. So
Well, this year's the first time. Like other than that, we were getting like June 5th, June 6th, and then you go right into summer school the next week.
all right, this was another one that I think you may not know the real stress with this because you're admin now. Xerox.
Dude, okay, so
Like here, I'm gonna use it in a sentence.
This is
Okay.
about copy machines breaking. Like
I'm gonna use it
feel
in a
all the time.
sentence. I'm gonna use it in a sentence. Making subplans is more Xerox than just suffering through it at school. So what do you think Xerox means?
Work.
Very close. Very
Work.
close. Yeah, you make a lot
Stressful.
of very stressful. You make a lot of copies.
Sometimes,
Sometimes.
depending on like if I gotta get stuff. That's why that I used to make a lot because that was what I would hand out to the teachers for meetings. So that's why I decided just to share the presentation so that way they have it. That way they also can't say they lost it.
Well, they can if they misplace it. But no, Xerox means a pain in the. Yeah, like you said, and every time I don't know how many times. I swear, almost every year, I send the video clip of Office Space when they beat the copier to my teachers, like when it breaks. Because I can get there early, and if I'm down there early, I'm the only one, and both break down. Like, dude, I'm trying to get my copies made. What the?
I no, so yeah. But I love the video that like the how to fix me videos of is on the touchscreen. You know, I already did that. I already turned. Oh, I did. Oh, and then like, I just feel like if there was any machine other than like to make copies of paper,
Right.
nobody in their right mind would just stick their hand somewhere and like Like, you know what I mean? If that thing's covered in cobwebs, you're not sticking your hand in there. You think it's gonna get bit off like in a movie?
I feel like there's like there's like it's not a rig. There's like some handshake deal like with the copier and then the fixing company.
Yeah.
We're like, hey, we're gonna make sure your stuff is so that we can keep coming to fix it, you know, and then we keep getting paid, you know, because it's just like this stuff breaks down so often, man. It's like
because it goes through all those different nooks and crannies to make a thing. But I'm just like, and then open this, pull this, rotate that, slide this over, do this, do that, and I'm like, there's so many little things. Like, I feel like you're gonna get your hand caught up in there.
I'm sorry.
And like it just rips it all.
I was preparing. I thought you were gonna
like that. Well, I mean, and that I'm like, no, like your hands gonna get ripped off and you're gonna die. Like that would be a perfect way to start off like a spoof movie. Like instead of it, like some sort of like
the copier.
Yeah, and like the copier is like, oh hey, make a copy over here.
See,
just fix me right, and then it rips your hand off. Every teacher in the world.
See, I want to win the lottery, buy the copiers from my school, just so we can beat the out of them. You know, it's like I just want to.
We should we should write a script. And that could be the opening thing. It's like a teacher, like what happens to Mr. So and So? Like his hand gets bit off by the copier machine because he's trying to fix it.
Hey, what movie is this? What the is the PC load letter?
Is it? I'm like, wait, no.
All right, last one. Pencilepto. I think you can get this one. Pencilepto.
A little kids that steal your kid, little kleptomaniac.
Yeah, so it's someone who steals pencils, but I don't have people that steal pencils. I have kids that I swear they eat these pencils or whatever because like they're there and then they aren't. But what I'm starting to do this year because they drop so much on the ground that I just pick it up at the end of the day. I have a bag like a gallon-sized bag right now that's almost full, and I've been in school for 3 weeks. So we had school for 14 days, and I'm almost full of like pencils and crayons because these kids just drop stuff. And I got one kid that breaks things, and I'm just like, and then like, and I get it as kids, like they'll break it and then they sharpen both sides, and I'm like, no, that's unsafe.
Yeah,
give me that here.
That stabs you right in the eyeball.
Yeah, I was just like, no, so we can't be doing that. And they look at me like, why? What's the big deal? And I was like, oh. All right, anything you want to add before we get ready to go? Because it looks like this is it, you know?
I think we got it for this episode. I'm excited.
Hey, so we're going to end with the episode name, and let's see if you can do the initials.
Ooh, I can't. Because as it is, I'm like, all I can think of is like the Seinfeld episode. So I don't even know. Is it right? The Super Terrific Happy Fun Hour?
Okay. It's Choey and Jandler's The Fun Time Super Terrific Happy Hour.
Choey and Jandler's The Fun Time Super Terrific Happy Hour.
Right. And the Super Terrific Happy Hour, we forgot, we neglected that earlier. Yeah, that came from Seinfeld. So a lot of our pop references are Friends and Seinfeld because that's what we watched a lot in high school. Yeah.
These kids.
Yeah, but that was fun. I still think Seinfeld's iconic, man. But so it'd be CAJTFSTHH. Yeah, it rolls off the tongue with all those 9 initials, right? There's only one vowel in there too, so you can't like it'd be some kind of like Eastern European word.
It just sounds like something like you're either like really wasted and so trying to say catfish or some sort of weird like Lord of the Rings logo.
Yeah.
Like the logo.
You know, when people listen to us, they're gonna think you hate Lord of the Rings now, man.
I love Lord of the Rings. I loved it when I was a kid, when I was younger. The movies are awesome. I just can't.
You just hate prequels.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna pick that up in the next episode.
All right.
Until then, everybody.
All right, we'll say goodbye.